Okay, hello students. Today we start our next chapter, that is chapter 3, motion in a straight line. This chapter undergoes the mechanics. Okay, what is mechanics? The study of motion of objects. The study of motion of object is mechanics. So generally, mechanics furtherly divided into two categories, that is kinematics and dynamics. Kinematics and dynamics. Okay, the motion in a straight line, here we studied in the part of kinematics. Okay, in the part of kinematics we study the topics motion in a straight line. So now what is kinematics? So here kinematics and dynamics both are part of mechanics, that is study of motion. So here the in kinematics the study of motion without involve of cause of motion. Okay, in kinematics we study the motion of the objects. So here initial velocity, final velocity, all changes in velocities, acceleration, displacements, all we take. But here we cannot involve the without the involve of the cause of the motion. So which causes the motion? We does not treated the. So here generally the force is cause for the motion. In kinematics we doesn't involve the force, that is cause of the motion. But in dynamics, so this is the again study of motion with involve of cause of motion. Okay, in dynamics we involve the cause of the motion. In addition to the study of motion, we involve the cause of motion also. In kinematics we cannot involve the cause of motion. What is motion? What is motion? So motion, if the position of a particle is changes with respect to the time. If the position of an object is changes with respect to the time, then the object is said to be in motion. Okay, now what about rest? Okay, so if the position of object is cannot changes with respect to the time, the position of an object is cannot changes with respect to the time, then the object is said to be in rest. So here motion and rest, these both are relative but not absolute. Relative, no, suppose I am standing on earth in a rest position with respect to other person who is standing near to me. But suppose a person is observed from another planet, so with respect to that person, so we are in motion. We are in motion. So that's why. So rest and motion both are relative. So they are not absolute. They are not. So if a person is rest with respect to one person, but somewhere another person, the person is in motion. So that's why rest and motion are relative but not in absolute. To describe the motion or rest of an object, we must have some reference frame. So generally in physics we use the coordinate system to describe the position of an object. Suppose this is the some event or object, so the position x1, y1, z1. So with respect to some reference frame, here we describe the motion and rest of an object. So this reference frame is called, this Cartesian plane is called the reference frame. So by using of this reference frame, we describe the position of an object. So we describe distance. So now the next topic is distance. What is distance? So distance is the actual path covered by an object in a time interval. Suppose an object is moves from A to B. So in such a manner, in some manner. So now the path, the length of this path, the length of this path followed by the object is taken as distance. So here we cannot involve the direction. In this, at any direction we measure the actual length followed by the object. So that actual length of the actual length followed by the object is taken as distance. Okay. Now what about next term is displacement. So here displacement is the shortest distance between the initial position and final position of an object whenever it moves some place. So here A is the initial position, B is the final position. So in a time interval an object moves from A to B in such a manner. So in this the actual path length is taken as distance. The distance between the initial position and the final position is taken as displacement. So here this is the distance. Okay, displacement, distance. So here distance is a scalar quantity. Here we does not involve the direction, but here displacement is a vector quantity. Here the direction of displacement is from initial position to final position. So the direction of displacement is from initial position to final position. So generally we observe the displacement, the magnitude of displacement is always less than or equal to distance. So in this case displacement is less than that of distance. Suppose if an object moves from A to B in a straight line manner, then the distance and the displacement both are equal. So in this case the displacement and distance both are equal. In other cases the displacement is always less than that of the distance. So is there any possibility that displacement is greater than that of distance? Okay. So there is no such possibility is there. The displacement is greater than distance. So always the displacement is less than or equal to that of distance. So here distance is a scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity. Now we describe about the units for distance. So this is path length. So that's why the length. So here we consider length. That's why the SI unit for length, that is distance, is meter, and CGS unit is centimeter. Here also displacement also, here we deals with the length. So the distance between the initial position to the final position. That's why the SI unit is here also meter. The CGS unit for displacement also centimeter. Now what about dimension formula? So the dimension formula here length. So here we consider with the length. That's why the dimension formula is m0 L m power 0 L t power 0. So the dimensions for displacement also m power 0 L t power 0. So this is the dimension formula. So and distance is a scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity. Okay, so here now we discuss some important points about on distance and displacement. Okay, so here distance is the length of the path covered by an object in an interval of time. So particular time, if the object moves from A to B. Okay, so here the length of the actual path covered by the object in an interval of time is called distance. But what is displacement? Displacement is the shortest distance between the initial and final positions. So here A is the initial position, B is the final position. What is the shortest distance? So the straight line joining the A and B is the shortest distance. So this is displacement and this is distance. Okay, so you understood the difference between distance and displacement. So distance is the length of the actual path covered by object, and displacement is the shortest distance between the initial and the final positions. The SI units for distance and displacement. So here both indicates length. So that's why the distance, the unit for the SI unit for the distance and displacement is meter, and CGS unit for distance and displacement is centimeter, because those two indicates length that travels. So and dimension formula for distance and displacement, distance or displacement is m power 0 L t power 0. Now distance, so we already discussed that distance is a scalar quantity. So here we measure only the length only, not in direction. So distance is a scalar quantity, while displacement is a vector quantity. Vector quantity means it has magnitude from A to B. So the distance is magnitude. The direction is from initial position to final position. So this is the direction. So the displacement have magnitude and direction. That's why displacement is a vector quantity. So next, the magnitude of displacement may or may not be equal to distance traveled by an object. Okay, so in this case both are equal, the distance and displacement. So obviously wrong. Those two are not equal. Distance is greater than displacement. So in some cases, if the object moves from A to B in a straight line manner, then so this is the displacement and the length is equal to the displacement. So the magnitude of displacement may or may not be equal to distance. Next, the magnitude of displacement for a course of motion may be 0. So the displacement, the magnitude of displacement for a course may 0. Suppose if an object moves from A to B in a circular manner. So here initial position is A and final position again A. So here what is the displacement? So the displacement is 0, but the distance is, so the perimeter of the circle, that's why the magnitude of displacement for a course of motion may be 0. In a circular motion the magnitude of distance is 0, but the corresponding distance can never be 0. If so, and next, if a particle moves in a straight line without changing in direction, the magnitude of displacement is equal to the distance traveled. Whenever an object is moving in a straight line manner without changing in direction, so the magnitude of displacement is equal to the distance. In other cases, the displacement is always less than distance. So displacement is, the magnitude of displacement is equal or less than. So when in which case the magnitude of displacement is equal to distance, whenever the object is in straight line motion, that is object is moving in a straight line without changing in direction. In that case only the magnitude of displacement is equal to distance. In other cases the magnitude of displacement is less than the distance.